Chapter 223, The End of the Journey. The destination of our journey is the Demon King's castle. If you heard it like that, we'd sound like a hero party, but regrettably, we are the Demon King party. In my opinion, what kind of bad game has an encounter with the Demon King outside of their castle? The Demon King should be in the Demon King's castle. If she isn't, then her name is a fraud. Furthermore, her objective for going out isn't to defeat the hero, it's to defeat me. What the hell? Just thinking about it made me irritated, so I hit the Demon King lightly. The Demon King has teary eyes while holding her head, and she's making a question mark face. I'm talking about this because we reached the Demon King's castle. I'm just adding a significance to the end of our journey. The Demon King's castle is a pretty big castle. It doesn't have the atmosphere of a certain RPG's final dungeon. Rather, it looks like a castle from the Land of Dreams, which is influenced by a mouse. It may be natural, but the castle isn't like a den. The castle is a town around it. Or rather, I can't see the castle from the outside the town. I can't see it if I don't use clairvoyance. That means the castle town is huge. Of all the cities I've traveled to so far, this town is the largest. It would take days to travel around this town. We continue to advance on foot through the castle town. The townspeople don't even notice the return of their Demon King. No one has come to receive her. Demon King, do your subordinates not miss you? No one searched for you when you went out. Even after entering the demon territory, there was no word about the missing Demon King. I looked at the Demon King with pitying eyes. She was looking at me in another question mark state. And after walking around the town, we finally reached the Demon King's castle. But we didn't go inside the castle. Instead, we visited a big mansion in the neighborhood. After talking to a gatekeeper, we entered the mansion. Only a small portion knows that I am the Demon King. We would be shooed away if we entered the castle, she said. Even though you're the Demon King, you can't enter the Demon King's castle. The mansion appears to be the residence of a prominent demon family, of which only a few influential people inside the mansion know the Demon King's true identity. Before coming to my place, it was said the Demon King has lived at this residence, and an employee of this house known as the Demon King. What? I don't know. When we entered the residence, each of us were given respective guest rooms. The master of the mansion rarely returns home, I guess. A messenger went out just now. It seems that they went to inform that the Demon King has come, but they seem to be busy. They don't know how long it'll take to return. Because there was a lot of spare time, I talked to the Demon King. We decided to admit the vampire child to the Demon Academy. She'll be trained in the Demon Academy. It's no different from the human races. Or rather, there isn't much difference between humans and demons. It's just that their lifespan is longer and their status is higher. Even though they have longer lifespans, their fertility is inferior when compared with humans. That's about the extent of their differences. The vampire child would enter an elite school as a noble demon. Well, I'm sure the vampire child will understand. The Demon King foresees that in the future the vampire child would need to gain personal connections and educations. If I let her stick with a clone, then unskillful things will happen in the very beginning. However, rather than being this closed-off world with us forever, information about going to school would benefit the vampire child. I don't object. The problem is Mara. To be frank, I don't care either way, but Mara won't be able to serve near the vampire child. It's not impossible, but the Demon King doesn't think it would mutually benefit them. Should I say codependence? If Mara lost his right to protect the vampire child, he would lose his purpose for living. The vampire child blindly trusts Mara, as he is her last connection. It's good as a relationship in its own right, but when either is damaged, the other may become that way somehow too. If they don't separate, they won't become independent, so the Demon King thought. Since I don't depend on anyone, I don't understand it. And with that, the Demon King took Mara as her subordinate, and so the Demon King started King-like activities, first preparing the armaments of the military in order to wage a war against humans. Perhaps this will be the largest war in history, to the extent that the casualties are too great. That is the aim of the Demon King. I honestly thought that the Demon King would go in as a lone horseman and act violently. Both armies will wage war against each other until they can't continue. The Demon King having overwhelming strength and making the demon race win against the human race, that kind of impossible situation could occur. I inwardly think that if continuing is dangerous, and I'll have no choice but to do that. It's similar to the reason why I'm doing as Dee told me. When the human race and the demon race conspire together, it would be hard work to bury the pile of them both in a ditch. I can't see a peaceful solution. To avoid that, it is necessary to make the human race and demon race fight to the bitter end, because though it's troublesome, it is the rule of this world. Well, that could also become pointless, though. My eating tour is over, and I will begin to move in earnest soon. The preparations are proceeding. The clone that I threw into each place between trips does good work. I didn't just simply eat and walk. I left clones in the places we visited in the human territory and the demon territory, and my intelligence-gathering range is considerably large by now, to observe this world with my eyes. It's still an old story that the Demon King starts a war. Meanwhile, I observe the world and finish my preparations, the preparations to disturb the world. What's she doing? What's she up to? I love that. Like, in the humans, like, they were aware of her, like, as a story, and then she's just gone. She just disappeared. and she's just this myth. But they don't know that she's actually everywhere, secretly watching them, and apparently doing little things to fuck with them or something, which is great. Oh, I love this. I'm also just a bit out of practice, if you didn't notice. All right, cool.